It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in this video we're going to talk a little bit about this Hero Wars Alliance announcement, but this could still apply to Hero Wars Dominion era. So if you're a Facebook and web player, you might want to stick around still, because this stuff might be coming to your game as well. So, you know, we have a monthly season announcement like we always do. The tower is being updated. Qingmao, new artwork, new look and skills. Again, this is a Hero Wars mobile announcement specifically. Will Qingmao ever get reworked on Facebook and web? The art changes from mobile always end up on Facebook and web, or usually, but the reworks are different. The hero skills and everything are a little different. But what I want to talk about in today's video is this right here, the announcement of new stats coming to Hero Wars Alliance. And again, not all mechanics that come to Hero Wars Alliance end up on Hero Wars Facebook and web, but this is an example of how they can expand the existing game without adding too much extra stuff, although it could be very complex. How is this actually going to work? Well, let's take a look at each of the four stats and discuss them, what we can guess and assume and think about from the get-go. Magical critical hit chance, the hero gets a chance to deal increased magical damage. Now, the way critical hit works in Hero Wars is they do bonus damage. It ends up being, let me find a hero that's got base critical hit here. Yeah, here we go. Critical hit causes you to deal extra damage. So it doubles the damage that your physical attack can do, and then it's reduced by armor or mitigation or or whatever. Magical critical hit, it doesn't say double damage here. It doesn't say that. But I'm going to show you why this is going to be messy and why I don't personally like this at all. If you take a look at most heroes in the game, every hero that has physical stats, overall, for the most part, not every hero, but for the most part, every hero that has that is a physical attacker, their physical attacking stats is overall lower than the mage counterpart. And if you take a look at the main stats, you can see exactly why. Let's take a look at Aurora here. The main stat of intelligence provides 3 points of magic attack. No matter who you are, no matter if your main stat is intelligence, agility, or strength, every point of intelligence gives 3 points of magic attack, all right? If your main stat is agility, then you gain 3 points of physical attack. So agility heroes are the highest physical attack heroes, right? But only if they're agility heroes. And even then, it still ends up being lower because the item choices, and I'm not going to go item to item. There's really it's really too hard to compare two heroes in that way. But what we can do is we can compare artifacts. So look at this. My maxed out level 130, admittedly, okay, mobile players relax. This is what Facebook and web has. They've got level 130 artifacts. 130 artifact is 33,459 physical attack, okay? If you take a look at a magic damage hero like, say, Iris, magic attack 39,000, level 130. Oh, it's not even maxed out. There you go. My Amira has maxed out magic attack artifact, 50,000 magic attack compared to 33,000 physical attack. So physical attack affects a hero's basic auto attack, like just the basic regular attacks, except for Satori and Celeste, and I think a few more like Augustus and a few more. But it also impacts the modifier on all physical attacker hero and some magic attackers, their skills, right? If you take a look at a hero like Kark's skills, he's got stats that are modified by his physical attack. Another hero like Lara Croft, her skills are modified by physical attack, right? And you could argue that in a lot of the same instances, the same thing kind of applies. The game is set up, the point that I'm trying to make is the game is set up that magic attack heroes have a higher magic attack stat on average than physical attack heroes have physical attack stat. Does that make sense? Additionally, physical attacks can be dodged. Okay, magic attacks can't be dodged unless you have special skills here and there, which it does exist, like Heidi's camouflage, for example, and Ishmael's ascended skills and all of that. Your magic attacks generally can't be dodged, but physical attacks can, which is why critical hits for physical attacks was a thing, and it was never a thing for magic attacks, because higher magic attack stat, magic attacks can't be dodged. I am scared of this. I am really worried of what this is going to look like. Now, I could argue that on mobile, mages, magic attack teams, for the past 2 years or so haven't been as good as physical attacking teams, as critical hit teams. And you can argue with me about 1 in 3 teams or a fourth team that you might build. You can have that discussion all you want, but the fact remains, the best teams over the last couple of years have been like JJI, Judge Julius Isaac, right? The Fafnir Artemis Tristan critical hit fast attack lines. You've got Octavia Dante teams, which are dodge physical attack teams. Octavia, it's kind of weird. Cascade is a very popular hero right now. The majority of the strong teams on Hero Wars Alliance are physical attackers. So magic damage bonuses are natural. It'll help make things more parity, I guess, on Alliance. Facebook and web, I am not sure how they're going to do this. So what's missing here is how much a critical hit with magic damage will do. Will it do like 0.25, like 25% more damage? Will it do 50% more damage? Will it do 100% more damage like critical hits for physical attacks do? Who knows, but it's kind of scary to me. But you also have these 3 other stats that are going to kind of make the flow and the timing of battles just get thrown out the window. Everything that we know about timing in battles now, having lesser heroes and stronger heroes and leveling up your health and not leveling up your health, that whole discussion has to be rehabbed now. All of the conversations about your keeping a hero's health low has just got to disappear, but we'll talk about it in a second. Magic Reflection. If magical critical hit chance makes mage teams more scary, Magic Reflection makes mage teams less scary. The hero gets a chance to reflect a part of the magic damage back into the opponent. Now, no current hero has either of these stats. The thought is this will be added with a talisman, which for Facebook and web players, talismans are a mechanic on mobile that is kind of like if every hero had a pet, but not the extra skill, just the extra stats. Okay, so a talisman adds extra stats and it's random and you can roll it and you can level it up and all of that. Maybe they add a 6th glyph, which would I think a 6th glyph is coming eventually for every hero. Magic Reflection could be interesting as a way to counter specific mage teams. There is a really, really popular magic damage team on Facebook and web right now that is actually more of a pure damage team, so I don't know how much this would help, but it's a very interesting stat, and it kind of takes the place of dodge. Like dodge negates a attack from a physical attacking hero. The Magic Reflection kind of negates it, but it also reflects it back, right? So interesting skill. Again, I don't know if this is going to be added to Facebook and web or if it's just going to be mobile, but crushing and toughness is going to be one of the things that I think is going to be the most talked about and a bigger deal than magical critical hit and Magic Reflection. So crushing and toughness go hand in hand. Crushing increases all damage to opponents if they have low health. The lower your opponent's health gets, the more damage they take. If you have the crushing stat, okay, it's not every hero does more damage. It's if your hero has the crushing stat. All right, so this brings up the argument that keeping a hero's health low so that they ult faster, right? Because the energy gain is based on percentage of total health whenever you receive damage. It's very tricky. It's very equation. It's very mathy. It is Monday, but I don't like doing math ever. You're going to have this problem now where if there's a lot of heroes with the crushing stat, whatever that looks like as far as a stat, do they take an extra 10% damage? Do they take an extra 3% damage? Do they take an extra 20% damage? Like, what does that actually look like? That is going to be the question about the health skin or the health glyph that you intentionally keep low on your damage dealing heroes. I know a lot of people have that mythical sweet spot argument in their head all the time. And then toughness is kind of the counterpart. Reduces all incoming damage from opponents when the hero has a low health. So if you want to keep those heroes that have health skins, if you want to keep those health skins and those health glyphs low so that they ult faster, this is an alternative. However, you're still reducing the incoming damage, so you're gaining less energy when you're receiving damage. So it's kind of a trade-off, but you're still staying alive longer versus heroes that have the crushing stat. This is a very interesting set of stats, and I didn't expect to see this whenever I woke up this morning, but I think that this is something that we're going to be talking about a lot over the next couple of weeks, couple of months until they integrate this. I don't know what Hero Wars Alliance has in store for us, or Hero Wars Dominion Era. I don't know when they will be added. It doesn't really say in the post, I don't think. Let's see. New stats will appear in Dominion. Some of the new season skins and talismans. Okay, yeah. Strengthening some of the new season skins and talismans. So it's going to be on the pay-to-win skins and the talismans. Some talismans. We'll share details about the new stats and which items will be strengthened with the new stats a bit later. Yeah, so there is some missing information there, but it looks like on Hero Wars Mobile, the pay-to-win skins on the season pass that you have to buy the golden ticket for, and the talismans, probably the pay-to-win talismans, the VIP task talismans and all of that, that's probably going to be the ones that has this stat, but it's going to dramatically impact things. It's going to change the way a lot of teams are built, honestly. This is kind of silly. If you've got a team that's already built and suddenly you just get blown up by magical critical hit chance, it's not going to feel good. Continuing on, we got new lunar skins, Qingmao, Lian, and Tempest there. They look okay. They look okay. And then the new talismans being discussed. We'll talk about who's getting these new talismans during our live stream today, 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 6 p.m. UTC. We have an idea of who's getting what talisman already, but we'll have to chat about it a little bit more. Maybe some of these have magical critical hit. Maybe some of these have crushing on them. Maybe some of these have the toughness or magic reflection on them. But we'll have to wait and see. New stats coming to Hero Wars. I am not surprised. I didn't think of this. I thought that something else was going to be coming first, but here we are. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.